What's up, everyone? All right, well, I'm happy to report a green day, 7th green day in a row. That's good. But I'm sad to report that I gave back more than half my gains today. Typical. So, again, here's the thing. I did really well in the small account today. Small account crushed it. Best day I've had in the small account challenge so far. This is a great day. But of course, as a result, ended up missing the bulk of that first move in the big account. Disappointing, frustrating. So the big account kind of came in a little late to the game and overcompensated a little bit, got aggressive, made some gains, gave some back, made some gains, gave some back. I just kept feeling like I was just a little behind and I was just trying to make up ground. It's kind of, this is actually like a perfect analogy. Think about, you're in a race, right? You're a race car driver and everyone's, the race has started. You're still in the pits. You haven't gotten even out on the track yet. You finally get out on the track and you're a lap behind. And now you're spending the entire race just scrambling to just catch up. You're playing catch up the whole time. And so you're gonna be a little squirrely or you're a little aggressive. You've got to take those risks to try to get back to where you should have been if you'd had the same start as everyone else. And that's kind of how I felt all day trading today. A totally self-imposed emotion. I mean, I self-imposed because I'm doing the small account challenge. That's a choice. And also because I don't have to, I don't know. The thing with emotions is you don't choose to feel FOMO. You don't choose to feel angry. Those things, they happen. So that feeling that I had of just that I had missed the big move, it was FOMO. And so I was trying to kind of make up for it, and I was overcompensating by being a little bit more aggressive, and it paid off. I'm green today. It's a $10,000 green day. It's a great day, but I was up almost 24 grand. I was up 24 grand. Then I gave back about 3 grand, was up 21, and then one trade lost 10,000 bucks. Was going for that last kind of big trade, and when you're just being that aggressive, sometimes you just spin off the track, and that's what happened. But fortunately, I'm green, and so I'm grateful for that. I guess it's actually, I said during the recap, this is my biggest loss of the month, the $10,000 loss I took. That's actually not true. It's the biggest loss I've taken since this hot streak began last Monday. Because over the weekend, I did my metrics of Monday through Friday, and my average losing trade was only $275. It was phenomenal. I had a great profit-loss ratio. And that profit-loss ratio is going to be ruined after today's loss, for sure. My average losses are going to be much bigger because of the one $10,000 loss. But it actually wasn't the biggest loss of the month because I'd had that $37,000 red day 2 Fridays ago. So I had forgotten about that. But in any case, in the last 7 days, I've been able to make about 60 plus 10 plus 7, so $75,000, more or less, which is pretty solid. That's really good. The goal for me on the month is 100 grand, and I'm now going to be at about 47,000. I first had to dig myself out of the hole red on the month. Now I'm green, up 47,000. So I'm about halfway to the monthly goal. Not bad. And a day like today when I was up 24,000, that right there is 25% of the monthly goal in one day. And I'm so frustrated that I had it and then I let it slip away. I overstayed my welcome. So, that's classic. That's me. But I think that once I finish the small account challenge, it probably won't be. I won't have that issue, and I probably would have been up a lot more today if I hadn't, been double focused there, split my focus between the 2 accounts. But I appreciate you guys tuning in for the small account challenge. I'm sure today's video will get a number of views. It definitely does come at a sacrifice, but that's again why I chose to do it in August, because this is a good month to do that kind of thing. It's usually a little bit slower anyway. So got green in both accounts. It's a good day, up 12,000 between the 2. That's fantastic, and I can enjoy the rest of the day. It's summer, it's warm, and I'm on vacation on the traveling trading station, trading on Wi-Fi, but it's good. So it's just time to get outside and enjoy the weather. So as always, in case you didn't already know, my results are not typical and trading is risky. The typical experience is that beginner traders lose money. So you should assume that you'll lose money. With that assumption in mind, trade in a simulator before you put real money on the line. Get started in a smart way. All right, now with that, I hope you guys enjoy the recap. Please hit that thumbs up and I'll see you first thing tomorrow morning. All right, everyone. So I'm going to do a recap for the main account. I was up 21,000. I was actually up 24,000, and I just lost $10,000 on this trade right here. Was looking for a break. I got in right here. I was looking for a break through the first 5-minute candle to make a new high, and then back up to the high day of 10, and it didn't work. I held through this consolidation. And then right here, we got this false break and this flush. So I cut my loss on it, which is it's disappointing. I was up 24,000. I'm up only 10,000 now, 10,900. But at the same time, $10,000. This is a green day. This is a great day. And it's a good day in the small account as well. So green is good. It's definitely a good reminder not to overstay your welcome, because this is exactly what tends to happen. You overstay your welcome, you take that last trade, and then just like that, you give back half your debt. Having said that, it's important to, I think, aggressively trade these until they give you the indication to walk away. It's just disappointing when the walk away point is what for me is my giving back half your gains. Giving back half your gains is not good. So if I give back half my gains at that point, that's really discouraging. And that's what happened here. If I'm at this point now, I can't keep trading today because I would have too much of a risk of giving back more profit. And then, going from being up 24 to being up 10 to being up 5 to being break even to being red. So this is the place where I say, you know what? I'm going to take $10,000 off the table, and I'm going to be grateful for that 10,000 rather than give it back, trying to get back to being up 20. So, today we got some good momentum. I didn't capitalize on it as well as I could have, which is sort of a factor of trading in the small account and the big account. I did well in the small account. I did okay in the big account, but I was in a little late, and I think I was trying to make up for being in a little bit late by catching a couple more trades on it. So, it is what it is. But VRPX is the only one I traded in my big account today. So this one, it just started to really take off pre-market. We got news out at 9 a.m. So news was out at 9 a.m. right there, pops up, it goes sideways, and then it pops right here up to 518, 520, 550, 650, all the way up to a high of 7, dips down at the open, then rips up into a halt at 711, opens higher, goes up to 8, pulls back, squeezes up to 874. My best trade in the big account was on this 5-minute setup right here. This was my best trade in the big account by far, right there, and buying this first 1-minute pullback right there for the squeeze up to 963. That's where I made the bulk of my profit, and then this is where I gave back the bulk of my profit, so half my profit. But all's well that ends well. It's a green day. Overstayed my welcome. That's typical, but any day you can walk away with 10,000 bucks is a good day. So it is important to, sort of think of it as, what's your net profit at the end of the day and what's your goal at the end of the day. Whenever if I have a trade, I take a couple trades and I'm up, 20, 30,000, you don't want to really count that as profit that you've made until you've shut it down. Because until you shut it down for the day, there's always the risk that you can give some back. So it's important to be thinking about, okay, I'm up this much. How much do I actually want to walk away with? How much do I want to make sure I keep in my pocket? And I usually would say about half. So whatever I've made in gross, I want to walk away with at least half of that. It's just, when you get to a day where you're up $40,000 or $50,000, giving back half starts to become a pretty big number. So that's where you have to be a little careful. But today it was up 21,000, 24,000, then was up 21. So the last few trades have been losses. And what's actually the biggest bummer there
is that that was my biggest loss of the month right there. That trade was the biggest loss of the month. Well, I suppose that makes sense because I bought 18,000 shares, which is a big position. It doesn't take much to lose 10 grand, 50-cent drop, which is exactly what we got. It went to 956 and then it dropped to 909 and then down to the 80s. So yeah, that happens pretty quick. I've been trading with larger share size since I had a great week last week. And right now I'm on my 7th consecutive green day. So I'm up about $77,000 in the last 7 days, averaging over 7,000 a day. So it's the time to start stepping it up and being more aggressive. But yeah, unfortunately, it is going to be the biggest loss here of the month. And so that's going to adversely affect my profit loss ratio for the month. That's the only thing that I'm kind of bummed about right now, more than the actual money is the metrics. But that's all right. So anyways, not much else to say about VRPX. Great momentum stock, jumped in it pretty early, rode the momentum, got green in the small account, got aggressive in the big account, got green, overstayed my welcome, gave back half the gains, but walking away green on the day. 2,000 in the small account, just under, just over 10,000 in the big account. So green day, and we'll trade another day. I'll be back at it first thing tomorrow morning. Let's see if we can have another green day. All right, I'll see you guys then.
I hope you really enjoyed that video, and make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Our goal is to hit 1 million subscribers this year, but we won't get there without your help. So please, please, please hit that subscribe button.